You should do a Keemstar scream when she dies.
Ah, no, 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 no. No, it's 70, please!
Ah, fuck! That serves me right for laughing. I trapped my lip in a tablet box there. I closed the tablet box on my lip.
Is this real life?
What do you mean?
Is this real life? Like, did that actually just happen?
What, them dying?
Yes.
No, Jason, it's a video game.
I'm not bad at Fire Emblem. I'm not.
Who was that guy that crossed the mountains? Can you go down there and check? How'd they do that?
Because it's just his class. He's a brigand, so he can climb mountains.
It's Hannibal over here.
I'm just gonna sound like really sad for the rest of this episode.
You gotta stay in high spirits. So we lost Shana, and we lost who else?
Clarine.
I was gonna say, it would be better if you couldn't remember their name, because that means they weren't important.
Nah, it's Fire Emblem. I know literally everything, except how to keep my units alive.
At least you didn't lose Luigi.
Yeah, I think that's what we're just gonna call him from now on.
Yeah.
Can't believe that. And at least when I bought stuff with her, I did at least send some of it to the convoy.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a huge, like, with Shanna, I'm more concerned, like, I lost the angelic robe, and, like,
What's that?
basically it will increase the person's HP by 7 points. I was gonna give it to Luigi here, and then that would have made him, like, a really good frontline unit for some parts.
Yeah.
And just help him to snowball even more. But now, I just gotta use him like, you know, any normal unit. For a bit anyway.
This is on... this game says... Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's a bit late for me at the moment. I was about to go to sleep. I was completely butt naked. And then frickin' Jason called me yet again. He said, let's do Fire Emblem. And then he kills all his units because he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I mean, mostly. As long as Marcus doesn't die. I mean, like, if Marcus dies, that's when I have no idea what I would do.
Bumbling on is what you would do. You gotta keep on bumbling on until you win the game.
So I have to send someone down to deal with those guys.
They died
Or
for good
this guy.
YouTube content.
Yeah. What can this guy reach? The mountain. Guess I could do that, yeah. I'm gonna put Lou on this, or Luigi on this mountain here.
Mm-hmm. Can he shoot across the mountain? And past the mountain range? Because that's impressive.
I mean, he can, like, you know, stand on top of it to give him more avoid, and then...
Oh, you mean those hills?
Yeah, it's called a mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a peak, and then mountain.
Oh, alright.
Oh, man, I can't... Like, I gotta say, again, you know, common excuse, but, like, it's real, and that's,
It's the fact that you're talking to someone else while doing it, right?
Right. Like, because as I said, I played this for Andrew, and, you know, nothing went wrong. Except, if you didn't notice, Walt died in that playthrough too. But other than that...
Do do you think it's going to be even worse because when you get to the hardest part of the game and you'll have me and Andrew talking to each other, which is always a distracting experience?
No, I don't think it'll be too bad, cause I could focus while you guys just talk.
Yeah.
So this guy didn't move last turn, but I'm like still paranoid he'll move now that there's other people in range. And then none of my other people can kill these guys, so I'm just gonna have to like back up and take them on next turn, I guess. So first thing, I'll move him. Then Roy can go up. Now these are the good units, so what else was on our oh my, he just hit an 11.
This is an unlucky part.
Are you kidding me?
Then Luigi dies.
He won't die. But
He's got his bodyguard. He's got 2 hunky bodyguards right next to him. He's got Burgers, and he's got... I can't think of a name for that, I think. What? Burgers and, Lol, I guess. That sucked.
oh wait, he already had a vulnerary on. Oh. Yeah, so he'll just heal up, and then he's probably just gonna go for him instead of him, but I'll attack him on player phase or something. I think I just said this, but what else is there to talk about, man?
I can tell you what I did today.
You know what? Go ahead.
Well, I woke up and I went downstairs and I found out that from the postman had been given a very special gift, the Slender Man movie. Then I went to my mum's house, and then I said hello to my dog. And then I walked to the street and handed out some CVs to some pubs. It's actually quite a depressing experience doing that. One, because I hate going anywhere. So like walking into a place and handing out a piece of paper with your information on is quite a nerve-wracking experience. But also, like, a lot of the pubs are quite empty these days. So like, it's quite sad to see a lot of these like old buildings which have been around for ages just not having many people in. Mind you, it was quite early when I handed them out. But I know there's quite a lot of pubs shutting down recently, so.
Man. I've done Iron Man playthroughs before of you know, a Fire Emblem, but they were like one of them was Path of Radiance, which is one of the easiest, and then the other one was Sacred Stones, which is another one of the easiest.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever done like a no-death playthrough of a game?
Well, if...
I mean, just any game. Not just Fire Emblem, just any game.
Well, I mean, I could do that, but... Or, like, I haven't done that without, you know, because in this I can't reset the game for any reason.
No, I'm saying, in general, have you done a no-death playthrough?
Well, I'm trying to, like, think of what qualifies, because, I mean, yeah, I've done games without any deaths, but that would...
Oh.
I assume that would mean, like, no resetting allowed. You know, like, never dying at all. I assume that's what you mean, right?
Yeah. I did I did that with a game by accident once. It was like have you ever heard of Alan Wake?
That
I talk
sounds
about it all the
familiar.
time.
Yeah, that's probably why it sounds familiar.
Well, Alan Wake had like a semi-sequel, which was, I think, made for charity or something. It didn't really feel like the original Alan Wake, because Alan Wake was more of like a semi-horror, and this was more of it felt more B-movie, and it was meant to. But I played through that game on Nightmare difficulty, and I didn't die. But that was by mistake.
Now I'm missing a 90% hit. I missed a 90% hit. It's actually fine though. I can give the kill to Rutger. Man.
We did it, boys.
I mean, I guess I could talk about what I've been doing Fire Emblem related recently.
Go ahead.
So like, I've been playing, or like I said in one of my videos that I played every game to completion, and that is almost true. I've actually.
You're a liar, Jason.
I can explain. So Fire Emblem Fates, it has like 3 split paths, but the paths are basically like different games. And I had completed 2 of the paths.
Is Fates the new one that you didn't like?
Right.
Okay.
And didn't like is an understatement, but...
Okay. Are you ever gonna do like a rant?
Yes.
Like why you didn't like
Yes, yes, I will.
Oh, it's gonna be epic.
But
An hour-long fucking video essay
Mhm.
on why you didn't like Fire Emblem Fates.
Basically, yeah.
Confirmed, by the way.
Basically confirmed, yes. He does have a
Can you
full
tell me
memory.
like what was wrong with that game? In brief?
Hold on, let me make sure everything's fine here, yeah. Well, first off, I'll continue what I was saying, you know, before you interrupted.
Sorry. Yeah.
But basically, I actually never completed Conquest. Like, my save file has been sitting near the end of the game for a while now, and every second I spend playing that game, I just hate it more and more. Like, people will say that Conquest has the best gameplay in the series, regardless of its other flaws. I wholeheartedly disagree. Now, it could just be because I've been playing it recently, but out of the 3 paths you can take in that game, Conquest is my least favorite. The end game is so tedious, and like, if I'm not wrong, there's like a feature in that game where basically like skills, like imagine added to all these stats and stuff that you have to calculate, there's just like 3 skills on top of it that like have these random effects, like on even numbered turns, this unit can get +5 damage on mountain ranges, but only when near a female ally, but only if that female ally's name starts with A. You know, stuff like that. And that's basically what that game is. So, shoot, she's one on her.
So what was wrong with that game in general, though?
Well, that is one of my biggest problems, but
That one there,
it's also the shoot.
I think you've mentioned a couple of times that it's like full of anime tropes.
Yeah, okay, so
and
the
then used
the story of that game is one of the worst things I've read in my entire life. It's just the worst story I've ever seen.
You've never read one of my stories, then?
I guess not. But like, it's bad. It is so bad.
You used a big long Japanese word which I didn't understand the meaning of.
Shonen.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Shonen is like a genre, basically for like basically meaning like teenage boys. Like that's the target audience.
My favorite type of boy.
Mm.
Carry on.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I need more of that. What did he have? Okay, he has a heal.
So like Goku or something.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z. But like the thing is, being shonen isn't automatically a bad thing. Like I think Attack on Titan is shonen, but the first season at least is pretty good.
Yeah.
But there's like there's tropes that you see a lot in shonen anime that, I think I'm gonna buy a door key because why not? I like how the fire tone is 420. Haha, blaze it. Haha.
What would Cowboy Bebop be?
I don't think that's shonen. Have you watched that before?
I have watched it. It was one of the few animes I've watched. I've watched Avatar isn't an anime, is it?
No,
That's
anime
something
inspired.
Yeah, okay. Well, I watched that when I was a kid. I should probably watch it again because I remember it being quite good.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Avatar, right, is that I watched it when I was a kid, and I didn't like girls or cooties, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the problem. You know when you're a kid? When you're a kid, and then a kissing scene comes on TV?
Uh-huh.
And then you just feel uncomfortable as a kid. Like, for instance, I didn't used to like watching Spider-Man with my parents because it had a kissing scene in.
Uh-huh.
And like I was afraid that my parents would laugh at me for watching something with a kissing scene in or something. I don't know. But Avatar had a lot of kissing scenes. And I I always essentially just used to like put my head down and go, oh come on, be over. And my stepdad knew it made me uncomfortable. So he'd come up behind me and be like, oh, James likes watching girls kissing. And I'm like, no I don't, shut up, no I don't. It's still true to this day.
These guys have a freaking crit chance on some of my guys, what the heck?
I've watched that and I've watched Cowboy Bebop. And I guess Pokemon.
Hey, I came up with a really good strategy. Guess what it is?
Is it retreating?
It's retreat and let Marcus do everything.
Okay.
Because they have crit chance and doubling. Is Roy? Yeah, Roy's gonna be in danger, so I can put like one person in front of him. No, he has crit chance on him. Epic. Okay, what's his luck? 6, 5. I mean, I got hit by a 5% hit, so I wouldn't put it past the game to kill me with a 1% crit. But I think this guy's defense will be good enough. I guess I could rest. No, because then that wouldn't help. Okay. And Marcus didn't get hit? No? Okay.
Is there like Fire Emblem lore channels that I could watch?
Well, like a lot of the Fire Emblem games take place in different, like, they're not all in the same
world.
Yeah. And
oh, that's interesting. I figured they'd all take place in the same world at least.
A decent amount of them do, but like on different continents.
Yeah. Well, that makes them in the same world. But other ones that are on completely different planets.
Right, like this one is the first 5 games in the series all take place on the same planet. But then this is the first game where it's like, yeah, this is a completely different, like, place.
Right.
With, different rules, different history and lore. But, in my opinion, the game with the best lore is, the games with Ike in them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those games are freaking sweet. Okay, I might be able to get some kills, probably not. I might just have to... I'm probably just gonna have to take another turn of Marcus whacking these guys with a stick. Ah, man, I love this game. Right. So...
Excuse me.
We were
Excuse me.
talking... Oh, shonen anime, right. So there's, like, different tropes, that, I just... Like, I don't know, they're just... Like, being a trope, of course, isn't bad itself.
No, but it takes you out the experience.
Right. But specifically these ones, because they are not, like, good tropes. Like, not what a story should aspire to be.
Mm-hmm. They are bad tropes. Like the tropes in Tropes versus Women in Video Games.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. This is a fun chapter. Would you agree?
Well, I mean, I think it's been challenging.
I guess that's one word for it.
I just can't wait for the reinforcements.
Yeah. I mean, the reinforcements on this chapter are pretty easy to deal with. So that I think I'll be fine there. Oh, man. You know, it's really weird, because a lot of people, when they play Fire Emblem, it's like they'll just reset for any death.
Yeah. Is there an actual mechanic in the game to actually bring things back to life?
In some games. Not this one.
Not in this one. Okay. So the intended way to play is really an Iron Man run then, right?
Yeah, yeah. But, like, that's the thing I was gonna say, is that, like, a lot of people are so used to just resetting after every death. So it's like some people haven't even considered how you would beat the game without, you know, a flyer or without Marcus.
Yeah.
And that's kind of interesting. I'm just gonna whack this guy.
I guess it's the same for like games like XCOM. Like a lot of people just reset after every death when when really the experience is supposed to be that if they die, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Like, what am I... My best option here to avoid any, like, RNG-related deaths is just to, like, back out again.
Do it.
I mean... My other option is... Because, like, okay. Because I can't kill this guy in one hit. Like, I could whack him with a Silver Lance with Marcus, but then... Anyone that could, like, kill him is 1 point away from one-shotting.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be a threat. I could kill these two, but then... But as long as this guy's alive, it's not safe to go in. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe if I position him right, no. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and back out again. I remember, like, a long time ago, I read this, like a guide for the game that said, I really like Binding Blade's map design, because it's like, there's a lot of anti-turtle incentives. This is easily the most turtle-y game in the entire series.
Well, I mean, the level that we played yesterday, you couldn't really turtle because of those guys that came across the sea, and I think those guys that came behind you. So I think I do agree that there isn't really.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse.
It gets worse as it goes on.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like these. You can unlock like special chapters, and basically, like, these chapters are some of the worst design maps in the whole series. like, if I want to get the secret ending, or not really the secret, but like the true ending, I have to do them. I don't think I'm going to. Like, I will intentionally try to skip them. Because like the rewards are not. I mean, they might be worth it, but probably not. Also, so I'm probably just gonna go for like the normal ending in this run, because I am not willing to put up with this for that long.
Is the normal ending good?
I mean, I guess it's...
Because here's the thing with like video games with multiple endings, they very rarely manage to make an ending that's not either overtly good or overtly bad.
Like, I mean, I guess the ending for this...
I love Dishonored as a series, but every time that you want to play fun, i.e. by killing people, you get the bad ending, and it's like, well, why not have a shade of grey? You know, I guess it's Dishonored. I guess there is a ending in Dishonored which is a bit more shade of grey, but like, if you play the way that you sort of want to play, that's fun. You know, the entire city just gets fucking killed by a plague of rats. Basically, the world ends, or what is implied to. Everyone dies of disease because you killed a few people, and your character ends up dying anyway. Whereas if you duel people, they'll kill people. Everything's rainbows and magic, and everyone's happy. So,
watch them hit. Cool. So I'm wondering, like, I actually didn't bother to see if the crit would actually, like, kill if it happened. I just kind of assumed it would. I'll have to see that, you know, when I'm editing. Like, I assume it would, because, like, this guy has 18 attack. He has 8 defense, so 10, you know, times 3, 30. So I'm pretty sure, because I only calculated for, like, one guy, but all of those guys didn't have the same attack. But I don't know, I didn't want to sit here and do math too long when Marcus could just do it, but I just want to say, like, if there was a way to not turtle there and still be safe, then I'm semi-aware of it. But I don't think it's possible.
Do you like games with multiple endings, or what do you think?
I mean, I guess it depends.
Because I've just thought about this now, and I'm like, there's a lot of games with multiple endings which just feel very video gamey, with the exception of maybe Dark Souls, because it fits the narrative for there to be multiple endings, and it's not overt to say if this is good or bad. But like, stories are sort of crafted in a specific way that you know, there's what do they call it, like foreshadowing stuff, and you can't really have a foreshadowing to an ending where there's multiple endings or anything. So it ends up just feeling like it's tacked on at the end. So I've decided right now, at this very moment, I don't like multiple endings.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it makes sense.
Thanks very much, mate.
Yeah. So now, my next strategy for this turn. So these guys are going to be coming. But if I get in their range to attack them, this guy will come. So you know what? You want to know what I'm gonna do?
Are you gonna turtle?